Hello, everyone, and welcome back to I actually got trained men to be quiet. I am Drunken Dan. Oh, I get it.
See now he's not gonna talk forever. You see what
Right.
you've done.
He's like a child. A very, very petulant child.
I mean, yes. I would much rather. I mean, why would you make requests of me? Because you know exactly what I'll do. It's like telling someone, "Don't press this nuclear holocaust button." Like, obviously,
You know,
I'm
most
gonna
people
fucking
wouldn't.
press it now because you've told me.
Most people wouldn't.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not.
Don't
most
press the
people.
nuclear holocaust, but no, well, if you're telling me not to do it, I guess I have to do it.
I guess there's
Push the nuclear holocaust button.
no other option.
It doesn't make a bit of difference, guys.
Look, you know what? Just the fact that you think I'd be dumb enough to hit the nuclear holocaust button means I hate all of you, and I'm gonna hit it now.
Can we just do a little bit of nuclear holocaust?
Just a little
Just a
Stan.
tablespoon's worth of nuclear holocaust.
Just a little bit of nuclear holocaust there, Stan. Is this because Mai was too hot for Smash?
I mean, I wasn't fully expecting it. My actual hope, the one thing I was disappointed on, was I thought Terry might get his Garo costume as an alter outfit.
Yeah, I was sad that he didn't get it.
I was secretly hoping we'd get Girl Terry, but only because it kind of would make me laugh that it would be another DLC character who they cheat and give a female alt to instead of just having girl character.
Oh, actually, no. The other DLC characters have.
Well,
a
I mean,
female
for
one.
like Smash. I meant for like Smash 4 and Corrin.
That only works
yeah,
for
yeah,
the
yeah.
Fire Emblem characters because there's two separate versions of the character.
And Ice Climbers.
Yeah, because you can play as either or.
You mean they're not a joint unit anymore?
No, but you can choose which one you control.
I wouldn't know because I haven't played Smash since Melee.
You own Smash.
Yeah, but I haven't actually tried it yet.
That's your fault.
Because
Actually, to be fair, Melee, I don't know if you could. Brawl, you could. Oh, no, one of them you could, one of them you couldn't. It was weird, but I don't remember which ones.
I don't have my Nintendo account set up yet because you know the story there.
I mean,
And it's just none of my emails have one, even though I have money in it somewhere.
I wouldn't say that amounts to a story. I guess it's technically a better story than any David Cage game, but that's not saying much.
Yes.
That's not. Yeah, that's not a high hurdle.
Probably has more story than Death Stranding does.
Oh, I haven't played Death Stranding,
haven't
so I don't know.
either, but I can already kind of guess everything because it's Kojima and it's not that difficult.
I got because it's Kojima. I'm expecting it to be, since he's off his leash. From what I heard, it takes 10 hours for it to really get going.
Yeah, I'm
That's what someone was
I'm
saying.
expecting it to be even more ridiculous than Metal Gear Solid 4.
I'm expecting specifically. What I'm expecting to happen is it's going to have a problem with focus, and like it's just going to be all over the place because he doesn't have that. Like he doesn't have someone telling him like, "Hey, don't do X, Y, and Z. That's stupid."
Because MGS5 exists. We already see what happens when he's basically given carte blanche on what he can do with a huge game budget.
Yeah. With a huge game budget. Well, it wasn't even like a huge budget, it was an infinite budget. They eventually stopped him because it was getting ridiculous. I'm not saying Konami are the good guys, but it was a little bit more complicated.
I mean, just because they're not the good guys doesn't mean that they're not the good guys.
Are you insane?
Because
Yes. In news this week, I finished Cold Steel 3. Man, if not for the fact that I knew knew about the fourth game, I would be mad as hell about the ending. I'm not going to say spoilers, but it's like the most obnoxious cliffhanger you can ever imagine.
Now see, imagine you went into that game thinking it was the last one.
Yeah,
And then you
yeah.
got that cliffhanger. Then you'd be bombing.
so
it
is it like
Star-
is it like on the level of like Mega Man Legends 2 where he's just stuck on the moon now?
Probably worse because what happens because it's basically
Oh.
like protagonist just has like big oh shit moment happens and then main villains like just starts choking protagonist out and then it just cuts and it's like
Oh.
to be continued. come back next year. It is like really
And they marketed this game as the final game in the saga, and then after that, it seems like, yeah, I lied.
yeah. But hey, the next game is actually called The End of Saga.
Yes. Except it's not, because they're making a fifth game.
So it's like, yeah, that's 5. But yeah, it was fun.
It doesn't end on a cliffhanger, but yeah. In fact, they said yesterday that they're releasing the next game by next September.
Oh, neat.
They didn't say what it was.
But yes,
Just that the next we're gonna release another Kiseki game sometime next year by September. We're not telling you which one it is yet because we're working on 2.
Trials of the Sky 4.
I mean that's kind of what Cold Steel.
And also we might be remastering the older games.
That'd be nice. But that would be
pretty cool.
Trails in the Sky 4 is basically what Cold Steel is. Especially since Agate and Tita show up in 3. In fact, Tita's like a fairly recurring character, but in 3. Agate like keeps popping up. And it's just there like trying to fight against everyone who's accusing him of liking lollies.
Yeah, he's like why do you think I have this thing for this 14-year-old girl? He's like, well, there's nothing wrong with that. Go for it.
Yeah. Everyone is like completely okay with this, and he's just like, what the fuck?
It's not
Stop it,
even
you fucking
that they're
weirdos.
shaming him. Everyone's like, that's a great idea. Go for it.
Do it.
Do it, pussy.
Yeah, essentially.
It's like, no, you idiots. She's literally 12.
Well, 16 now, but
16, but keep in mind he's like 28. So
yeah, he is.
Right.
There's
Right.
still a 12-year.
Bit-
There's still a 12-year age.
Bit of an age gap. Just a little bit of an age gap there, Stan.
I mean, I'm not saying they should do it. I'm against it too, but like, it is funny that every other character is like, just do it. Why are you sat here and not doing it?
What's the worst
In
that
fact-
could happen?
In fact, like, this is like a moment at the end where there's like the big everyone's joined together to fight against the main villain thing, and it just suddenly like breaks all the tension so that people can start making fun of Agate about it again. In fact, they even
Finally, the battle that Transformers always was leading up to. Grimlock versus Starscream.
feel like this fight has happened, but for the life of me, I can't think.
I'm pretty sure it happened in G1 like at least twice, and probably ended with Grimlock just like smashing him.
I mean,
Probably.
Grimlock does like to smash. Oh, I was actually going to do more research on hilarious G1 things, and then I forgot because
So remember when the Dinobots transform back to robot mode, and then they're immediately crippled by an exploding plane because apparently they're weaker in that form.
yes,
And then
Me,
they decide,
Grimlock, no like taking orders.
and then they decide to quit.
oh right, yes,
They decide to quit at exactly the right time when they're critical because everyone starts breaking down from being on Earth too long or something like that. I forget what it was.
and remember that one time when
Except the Constructicons because they were built on Earth.
well
You know.
sometimes.
Before they built Megatron, who then brainwashed them into being evil to build him in the first place.
Genius.
And I don't know we bring this up like every cast, but still.
I mean, it's just kind of,
Yeah, we brought it up like 3 or
it's
4
the
times
new
now.
Carbomia. And I'm still not over the old Carbomia. Man. I mean, I guess we could always talk about that one time when Megatron had a descendant who went back in time just to try and kill Prime. And then he
There was that
got
one
an-
time Megatron got drunk.
Wait, actually drunk?
Yes.
Well, robot equivalent of drunk, but yes.
Robot drunk. Like they drank too much Energon and they were all like, oh, I remember the days back on Cybertron. Didn't have to hang out on this stupid meat world. And he passes out and a bunch of shrunken Transformers go inside him.
Nude.
Yes, I know, I was waiting for that.
But, yeah.
I'll take you back to the Bronze Age, but But Grimlock predates the Bronze Age.
Starscream.
Starscream.
Actually, Grimlock is the youngest Transformer here.
It's true.
Starscream predates the Bronze Age.
It's true. He does.
Yes, Grimlock is only
Me,
like
Grimlock, young.
Grimlock is only like 10 years old at this point.
Me, Grimlock 10. What is this?
And Starscream is like something million at this point.
I do always like have all the season 1 Autobots and Decepticons like have the whole. They fight on the Ark, they crash land on Earth. Millions of years go by, they wake up, and in that time, Shockwave never stopped trying to call Megatron.
Yeah.
Like
It's like they're asleep for millions of years, and then they wake up, and then like they're still fighting the war back on their home planet, and they call back and like, oh, there you are. We've been wondering what happened to you. You were out of contact for 1,000,000 years.
And it's like, damn, Shockwave, that's dedication.
So they just sat there like shooting at each other, making zero progress for 1,000,000 years.
I'm just gonna jump up and down on Starscream's body to assert my dominance.
Dude, it's Starscream, you don't need to do much to assert your dominance.
Me, Grimlock King, assert dominance on other king. For 5 seconds. He was king for 5 seconds.
Coronation? This is bad comedy.
Megatron, is that you?
Here's a hit! Man, they fucking love that movie, even though it's not great.
In the Japanese version, he like screams when he gets killed instead of just like
just explodes.
Well, but like he makes this like expression of horror, but like he doesn't actually say anything.
And then he just gets turned to ash.
Yeah, he turns gray and then like he crumbles. Except his feet, they're okay.
But then he comes back as a ghost.
It's like when Tarantulas gets blown up, but like only his feet are left. Still standing in the same position when he got blown up. It was like, okay.
Yeah, but Tarantulas is special. So they never actually properly explain.
Yeah, but no, but that was when he actually died. Like,
oh,
I mean,
he
was blown up before, but like, you know, that one time it counted.
That's because this time Megatron was Transmetal too.
Well, no, it's called this time the show was ending and they were killing off everyone who wasn't going to be brought into Beast Machines.
Man, remember Tigerhawk?
Yeah, he was in there for an episode and a half.
Yeah.
Then he got blown up.
I don't remember Tigerhawk.
Okay, so Tigerhawk was a bullshit, overpowered character they introduced in Season 3 of Beast Wars. But he was actually supposed to be in there a lot longer.
Oh my god, this fucking run, I love it! He's running, fucking Grimlock running across the bridge. It's so good.
Tigerhawk's the guy who kills tarantulas.
I thought Megatron.
Oh, it's the other jet guy. It's the purple one.
No, like he's focusing this analysis laser on him, and then the thing inside him just like flies out and flips the laser on tarantulas, and he goes and then he explodes.
So like
Oh, it's Blitzwing.
Oh, right, Blitzwing. Zone defense.
And all of a sudden, he was like this weird.
Oh god, Grimlock is hilarious for this because he could just flamethrower forever.
I mean,
this is great.
Sometimes Wheeljack's inventions work.
He can also somehow run as fast as a car.
I mean,
but remember, Grimlock doesn't like taking orders, but he doesn't know why.
Well, I mean,
and then he'll just follow the orders. Okay, me Grimlock follow.
To be fair, there is that one time where Prime does manage to earn his respect by, I forget if Prime saves him or manages to best him. I think it's the former though. And then Grimlock and the Dinobots go and hang out in the cave.
But yeah, Grimlock it makes this fight so easy because I can just move around flamethrowering. This would be so much harder if I was anybody not named Grimlock. He really is king.
I mean, he was meant to be the big tough guy that the Autobots had, which was hilarious considering the Decepticons in Season 1.
Considering what?
Well, it's hilarious because the Autobots massively outnumber the Decepticons for Season 1.
It's true.
Like, there's like, there's like 2 dozen Autobots versus like 8 Decepticons.
And then a bunch of endless clones.
Yeah, until they, and it's only when they get the Constructicons that slightly start to get a bit more balance. But then that's when season 2 starts, and then it's just new Transformers every week.
And then they just show up.
Yeah,
I think like one or two of them show up ahead of time, and then all of a sudden there's just this episode where there's new characters on every side. Like, where'd you guys come from?
but the best part about season 2 is that because every Transformer only gets like one episode if they're lucky, like it basically means that their entire like personalities for every subsequent movie comes boiled down to whatever happened in that episode. So it's like Cliffjumper, right? Even though he was in a lot of episodes, his only like real focus episode is when he suspects that Mirage is a traitor. So now, like, it's basically every incarnation of Cliffjumper except Prime is super obsessed with outing traitors and hating Decepticons. And then there's Red Alert, who we don't talk about.
Red Alert. His focus episode was him being insane and
Yeah, he gets brain damage.
becoming Starscream's friend.
Yeah, and stealing a super weapon to use on the Autobots. Fucking Red. But yeah.
Man, Blitzwing is so much harder to fight than Starscream.
Well, that's because Blitzwing's a triple changer.
Just because he's got that zone defense.
Like, he's meant to, like, to be fair, Blitzwing is meant to be, like, better because triple changes are meant to be big and serious. That's why the Autobots never got one. At least I don't think they did.
Yeah, they had Springer.
Oh, yeah, he only shows up for the movie, though. Blitzwing and Astro Train and...
Yeah, he turns into a car and a helicopter, and
Yeah.
he basically just always uses the helicopter mode, so half the time you forget he's even a triple changer.
And then there's, good old Mega Octane, who was a triple changer, turns into a, like, jumbo jet and a tanker truck, so bit the size discrepancy there, and then also basically just got possessed by Starscream.
Ooh, this is a good weapon for Grimlock. I didn't realize what I put on him. I gave him a grappling hook.
We don't talk about Octane. You know why we don't talk about Octane? Because his focus episode was the Carbomia episode.
Yes. Hey, remember that one time when it turned out it wasn't that Starscream had a ghost, it's just that he had an immortal spark. So the Maximal scientists, being fucking geniuses that it was, decided to create a super mutant transformer to replicate this. Yeah.
He was a terrible fighter, but a brilliant
Well,
scientist.
no, Rampage was a really good fighter and a terrible scientist. He was just insane.
Isn't that also Wheeljack?
I wouldn't call Wheeljack brilliant anything.
Why do they keep him around? Is it just because they just need him? Or is it just they feel bad? Pity?
What else are they gonna do? What
I
else are they
mean-
gonna do? They're stuck on Earth.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I'm dead.
They're
They're
stuck
stuck
on
on
Earth.
Earth for the first 2 seasons. What else are they gonna do with him? Let him go around and start inventing stuff for the humans?
I mean, even
Oh, yeah, you know what, to be fair, if you just let Wheeljack invent shit on his own without anybody to stop him, it'd basically be like fucking Old World Blues
Basically.
from Fallout.
Oh yeah, the whole like, hey, let's make giant killer robo dogs. Why? I don't know. It was fun.
Or a giant Robo-Scorpion.
Scorponok.
I saw a clip, I don't know if it was from Beast Wars or the other one, where he just gets like hit and he just makes all these weird noises. He's falling off a cliff from a rat.
Probably Beast Wars. There's not. I don't think.
It's like,
Oh yeah, that's Tarantulas. He does that.
Oh, Tarantulas.
Tarantulas'
Okay.
entire shtick is that he's basically a serial killer that eats people.
Yes, that eats Transformers.
Not because he gets nourishment from it. He's just really, really fucking weird.
Yeah, he's not designed to eat Transformers. He just does it anyway.
He literally says this to like Cheetah as he's like got him wrapped up. He's like, "Oh, I don't do this because I need to eat. I just really like it."
He's like, you're not gonna get any actual energy from eating me. He's like, yeah, I know. I just do this for fun.
It's just, man. Beast. I love Beast Wars.
It's a shame that the animation, though.
Yeah, well,
It's a shame that it's connected to such a horrible sequel.
we can just pretend Beast Machines. We just pretend Beast Machines didn't happen.
To be fair, isn't it like a staple of Transformers for like a good series to be attached to just a pile of shit?
Yeah, the same thing.
sequel?
The same thing happened to Armada. It's like Armada was pretty good, and then
Yeah.
the sequel was awful.
And also technically G1 if you count season 3.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, season 3 had a couple. I mean, season 3 had a couple of decent episodes.
I guess only Robots in Disguise gets to be safe because it doesn't have a sequel and never will.
Never will.
Because it had a haiku writing shark transformer.
It was also the only. It was also like the only series where Optimus Prime wasn't voiced by one of 3 actors.
Yeah.
That one guy, he's like, yeah, I'm like the Timothy Dalton of Optimus Primes.
Yeah.
I only played him once, and nobody ever wants to talk about that one.
And I like Red though. It was fun. Like it wasn't amazing, but probably as best as you were gonna get.
It was the first time they decided to make a not Brave series based off Transformers.
Yeah, basically, because now after what happened is the Takara. So back when Takara thought Transformers was a dying brand, so they pitched to Sunrise to, like, for Sunrise to make anime based on their new line of transforming robot toys. And that's how you got stuff like X Kaiser and Mike Guine and Gal Gaigar. And then after
That makes a lot of sense.
and then
actually,
after
now I think
that, they
about
were
it.
like, well, Sunrise, like they had a massive falling out with Sunrise after Mike Guine, and Gal Gaigar somehow stayed part of Sunrise's rights, not Takara's.
And
So-
also, Beast Wars just came out.
Yeah, and then Beast Wars like did surprisingly well in the
'Cause the thing is, the Brave series came out when like there was like that.
Well, yeah, Beast Wars. I had a number of their.
There was like a
I didn't
there was
really
like
watch the show, but I had like a number of the figures.
there was like an 8-year period between Generation 1 and Beast Wars where there was just nothing on TV but reruns of G1.
yeah.
And that's when they made Braves, because they're like, well, Transformers isn't working out anymore. And then all of a sudden,
Because I was still buying the toys of them when I was a kid because I just liked them because it was robots.
and then all of a sudden, like they did, let's make another show, and it was good. And then in Japan, they dubbed it, and they were like, okay, this is good. Well, I guess we can use Transformers again. So then they made Robots in Disguise.
Which was basically
And,
like a Brave series, but with the Transformers logo stamped on it.
Yeah.
The
And then they
only
made
thing it was-
Armada.
The only thing it was missing was the
Didn't they have piloted robots in it too?
no, that's Super God Master Force.
Okay, because I remember as a kid there was like this show I saw that looked like Transformers, and they were just like people also piloting robots, and I was confused as a kid.
Pretty sure it's Master Force.
No, I think that was Exo Squad.
Uh,
No, it's not Exo Squad. I remember Exo Squad.
Was it Inhumanoids?
It was like what was Inhumanoids?
Inhumanoids, which is like also one of the shows that was actually in continuity with the Transformers and G.I. Joe and Gem.
It might have
They
been
never,
that.
they
I
never
don't know.
actually crossed over beyond that one news reporter guy, but like they were there.
Up another jet.
so-
Who do I have to beat up this time?
so yeah, Rid happened, and after that they
Oh, it's Seeker. We haven't broken one of the jets. It's his turn. Seeker's like, oh, I'm in this game too. I like how he was like far away from me. Like I'm gonna be very careful getting at Grimlock, and then I just whipped out a fucking grappling hook and drug him to me.
I wouldn't know. I can't actually see what you're doing.
I know. That's why I'm explaining it, fuckboy.
I didn't commit that stage to memory. I'm not trained.
I mean, to be fair, it's a relatively short game. It is decently.
Man, I didn't know that thing that you're explaining and telling me about.
No, but you're just like you're talking about it with great glee, and I'm like I don't remember that stage, and I can't see what you're doing. So
No.
you might as well make up something more interesting.
Sabo is a fucking idiot.
Oh, calm down, both of you.
He really is. This is like the 40th time this has happened with him.
But then Armada started the trend of like Japan would do like their own thing, and then when they came to dubbing it, they would just like hastily try and tie it, like either tie it into G1 by like renaming characters after random G1 character names, or well, with Cybertron they tried to flat out make it a sequel to Energon. It was a bit wrong.
Which I don't know why they bothered to do that.
Branding makes it easier, and also doesn't because remember it wasn't even it took Power Rangers like a fucking decade before they thought maybe kids don't really care about continuity like this. Because I worked it out, Lightspeed Rescue is the first Power Ranger series that has like no connection to any other previous series,
except when there is.
well, aside from the crossover, but like no one ever references the Zordon, the stuff like that happened before, and there's no like returning characters apart from the crossover episode.
Well, except some of the more modern shows are back into heavy continuity with like actually it's been connected all along, and
Yeah, but you know what?
Here are some characters to.
It's Jason David Frank after his like failed stint in mixed martial arts.
Yeah, it's like how all of a sudden the Sentai's like, oh, by the way, it's all connected, and we're gonna have crossover movies like every year.
I mean, I get that, but I'm just saying like the predominantly the shows don't rely on existing stuff, like, you know.
It's like the episode of Ninja when like the Aka Ranger shows up and he's like, oh yeah, actually I've been watching you guys all along. He's like all the former Rangers are always watching you. We just aren't actually going to help you because we make sure you've got it on your own. So what about all those other times when we were in mortal danger and only won by the skin of our teeth? Oh, we knew you'd be fine.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
I mean, see, this is where the Kamen Rider's better because none of them, because most of them like get depowered at the end of the series anyway, so they don't have an excuse not to help. Until the crossover movies where they suddenly get all their powers back. Bit awkward, but works, I guess.
Well, you see, there's a perfectly logical explanation for that.
Yeah, it's because we've decided that we needed to have O's and Force in this movie, and so no matter how those series ended.
There's a perfectly reasonable explanation for that. It's everyone likes the Imogen.
Marketing!
I mean,
can you imagine what would happen if nobody liked the Imogen? We might not be getting these constant crossovers.
To be fair, Denno there was a massive break before Denno sort of came back with Zeo, but it kind of makes sense because they're both time traveling series.
Yeah, you can just say like, oh yeah, this happened on a Wednesday. We just didn't show that episode.
It's because they're not strongest and bravest, does it?
No, they're not Kingu. Momotaro's always going to get cooked by King. Poor Momo.
But will you be the bravest and the strongest?
Well, I played Reen, so yes.
Yes, Reen is the strongest and the bravest.
Wait, isn't there people in the continuity that are stronger than him?
Not for much longer.
Oh.
Not for much longer, and not part of the group.
Well, okay, so in 3, he's like a national hero. Everyone he basically ended a war, and he's done all these great things, and he's still trying to be humble, but he's one of the most famous men in the country, and his skill is increasing at a rate that his skill and his powers and the things he has access to increase at a rate that he is sort of rapidly approaching the people who are meant to be bullshit overpowered.
His special protagonist powers just get so strong even he can't control them anymore.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, by 4, I don't know too much about what happens in 4, so I don't know if I know one thing happens that does heavily imply the level of skill he's at, but basically he gets a title. The 2 other characters, one of which you probably know, happens to also share. That.
Oh, so he gets the Cassius'
title. Yeah, he becomes Divine Blade. So, no, I don't think.
I don't know why, but I'm kind of annoyed.
Well, it doesn't mean he's as strong as Cassius, but also Cassius doesn't do sword stuff anymore. He gave up the path of the sword.
He gave up the path of the sword, and that's why Reen is the only one his master can count on.
Yeah, because his other pupil, the other Divine Blade, basically thought, there's this one craft that's insanely good, so I'm just going to spam that forever, and that's my sword. And then Reen's the only one who actually bothers to use all 8 styles of the 8 leaves.
Yeah, Reen's the one that wanted to master all of them to seek the path of enlightenment, whereas Cassius quit, and the one guy's like, you know what? I'm just gonna use the one tree that hits everyone real fast, and that's all I need.
It doesn't just hit; it also causes delay. So it's like
Yes.
actually bullshit. So bullshit they had to nerf it for free.
And when you master the tree, you hit everyone twice.
Yep. So, I mean, to be fair, Reen's also having like twice as many games as Joshua and Estelle did.
This is true.
Technically, Estelle and Joshua weren't even the main characters of the third
No, that was
game.
Kevin, but we won't see Kevin for a while.
He was an owl.
I was just getting at. I was just getting at the fact that technically they only had 2 games. He's had literally double the games.
On the other hand, they were in every game's finale because they showed up at the end of Crosswell, and they also show up at the end of Cold Steel. So they might have been protagonists for 2 games, but they were in the most games.
No, Olivier's in the most games.
Oh yes, technically.
Yeah, but you can be in there. It doesn't mean you're getting anything.
Olivier was getting stuff, but
Well, not Olivier. I'm talking about the Estelle and Joshua.
He was
I mean,
he was in every game, but
they are A-rank bracers, which is still equivalent of being exceptionally strong. It's just it's because the awkward thing of like trying to gauge power levels on people who, when nobody ever fights seriously.
I was holding back.
It's like basically the best way to measure it is to say how much did they make the Ouroboros people not hold back. Did McBurn have to use his sword?
How much did it does it end with everyone kneeling on the ground and the guy's like, well, that was fun, but you were clearly no match for me? Or does it end with everybody standing and they're like, oh, we're fighting to a standstill? That's basically what happened in 3.
Or better yet, they're both kneeling.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, let's see, they're both kneeling, but then you're like, you're good. But I was only holding back to the level of power that a regular human could attain.
I guess I'll have to get a little bit serious, or you just be McBurn and just be like have infinite power, I guess, because he's number one.
True form. It's time for my other true form. It's time for my truer form.
All right, now it's time for me to use the sword I have. That makes me so overpowered you can never fight me while I'm using it until 4. Fucking McBurn is the number 1 enforcer of Ouroboros. He's the most bullshit.
He's like, it's all of me.
Yeah, because he just has endless power. Apparently.
He's like Reen's special power is like a tiny little chunk that like he has in his chest, and then McBurn's is like, oh, it's all of me.
I'll put it this way: McBurn fights a character who is equivalent in power and skill to Cassius, and he wins without even going full power. Still,
he wins. He wins so badly the guy is like hurt forever.
Yeah, he's basically has to give up being a swordsman because, he got McBurned. So. We'll see if anyone can ever beat McBurn in honourable combat. And not just bum rush him with as many people as we have. Which is like 30.
A viable strategy.
I mean, when your party size is like actually double digits, yeah, it kind of is. But that's why like the entire finale of 3 is basically like trying to give everyone something to do. It is a nice little moment that all the characters basically branch off to fight their quote-unquote rivals, more or less like people who they might have a theoretical chance of holding back. Because shit's going down.
God, I hate these jets on the bridge.
I mean,
Me, Grimlock, want you to get over here so I can punch you.
I mean, that's why the Decepticons have like 6 different jets.
Did you try punching them? It worked for Ultra Magnus.
Well, now it's working because he landed.
Yeah, so in the season 3's premiere, like the surviving season 3 jets, the surviving season 2 jets, because Starscream and his 2 guys get either killed or reformatted in the movie. Yeah, they just fly at Ultra Magnus, and he punches each of them once, and they just fly into a building and explode.
That's the last we see of them.
No, then they come back in a later episode somehow.
Man,
Or at least Thrust does.
the best part of season 3 though is any scene with Galvatron. Like when eventually, like Cyclonus decides, you know what, we actually need to go and get Galvatron. So they fly off to space to a random planet, find him like resting in this like oil bath thing that's given him like that's the explanation as to why he's like so insane. And then he just spends like 5 minutes basically insulting the Decepticons and beating them.
And then he's like, okay, let's go.
And it's like, well, you know what, fine. Sure, let's go kill some Autobots. And then they
Sure,
proceed.
that works. Why not?
I hate this jet.
I like that they
Fight me like a man!
They plug him into the planet that heals people's brains, and he makes the planet explode.
Yep. It's just like,
Oh, Galvatron.
Yeah. Like he's so crazy that like the planet that's the mental health center of the universe, because it links with everyone's minds and like heals them. When it does it to Galvatron, he makes the planet just start exploding.
and then it's just like, they ask him, oh, how does Ultra Magnus, how does that make you feel? I hate Ultra Magnus, I hate Cyclonus, and I'm not particularly fond of you either! Oh, I love G1 Galvatron. I wish like other adaptations had the balls to make just Galvatron not like just, you know, evil, but like legitimately insane. Oh.
Yeah.
I also kind of wish the movie had him instead of being like, you know, semi-serious, because haha, he was played by a respectable actor, and by that I mean Leonard Nimoy.
He was played by Leonard Nimoy, who spent like a year like refusing to admit he had any part in that.
It's about a lot
Then
longer than
he
a
changed
year.
his mind.
Yeah,
No,
like
like 10 years.
yeah, and then like suddenly when Michael Bay, who is actually tangentially related to him in a weird way. So I think it's like his wife was Michael Bay's aunt or something.
Oh, okay.
So then he like made a thing. It's like, yeah, I don't know why Michael Bay's not called me to voice the Transformer yet, and then he did.
And they were like, well, probably because you've spent like the last 20 years saying that Transformers is the worst, and you were never a part of it.
Starscream fucked up again.
What a surprise.
He was trying to fly something around the city, and then he lost control and crashed.
Was Starscream messed up? Wow.
Listen, it's always fun to watch him fuck up.
I'm shocked.
I didn't say it was shocking, it's just
Remember
fun.
that one? Starscream had to blow
Huh?
Remember when Starscream had to blow off his own foot?
Yes.
Ah, damn it.
He had to blow off his.
I gotta beat Motor Master while I'm Grimlock. To a point.
He had to blow off his own foot because he got it caught in the gears of transforming Metroplex. Then he kicked Megatron with it later.
Yeah, got it fixed though.
Somehow.
Maybe Astro Train fixed it. Man. I remember that when Fall of Cybertron did their G1 like DLC skin, they basically like recreated Prime's like big moment in the movie. You know where?
Oh, you mean when he does the run jump shot?
Yeah, where he like not fucking just runs over some Decepticons and then like launches it, transforms, launches it in the air, and just starts blasting.
I mean, that's a cool ass.
Oh, it's
scene.
a great scene, and then it's like a really satisfying fight between him and Megatron. That's like surprisingly visceral for a movie trying to sell toys to kids. Where it's like Megatron like cuts him up and like basically Megatron threatens to rip out his eyes.
Yes.
And then they start choking one another, and then Megatron begs for mercy, and Prime's
Optimus is like, no.
you know what? Not this time, Megatron. And then Hot Rod fucks everything up.
Yes, like if Hot Rod had just stayed down. There's actually a comic where it's Hot Rod, where like Cup actually stops Hot Rod from interfering, and sure enough, like Megatron tries to shoot him with the hidden gun, and Optimus just kills him. And then he's fine.
Poor fucking Hot Rod. He
Well,
sucks.
because it'd be one thing because his role in the movie itself is fine. Like after that fact, like he goes through the Luke Skywalker, arc of being a nobody to becoming a hero. But then it's the fact that season 3 just says "fuck you, Rodimus," and never uses him until the episode where they get rid of him or they replace him back with Optimus Prime.
Well, no, there's 2 episodes.
Jesus.
There's I think 3 episodes that focus on Rodimus. One of them is where Optimus is a zombie, and he immediately tries to make this like decaying, malfunctioning version of their leader that they find the leader because he doesn't want to do it anymore. And then there's the other episode where he loses the Matrix because he didn't want to be the leader anymore. So like all 3 episodes focus on like I don't want to be the leader anymore.
Which
Okay.
might have been fine, except he doesn't do any leading in the rest of the episodes. Like it's literally just that it's not even just that he's underutilized. No, he just flat out does not appear in most season 3 episodes. And I don't.
Because nobody liked him.
I like how Motor Master's calling me persistent when I literally just kicked his ass a second ago so I could just go to this thing at my leisure. He's calling me persistent. Motherfucker, you got balls. I just kicked your ass. You're persistent.
But Motor Master has to do something because he knows that he is discount Bruticus, and Bruticus was discount Devastator. Like he's a step up. Like he's a step up from the likes of Abominus.
I don't even know who Abominus is.
It's basically like Predaking, but just weird.
But just like he was like one of like the miscellaneous one-off like combining teams that they had in season 3. I don't think he was actually. I mean, he was like Computron's enemy.
Yeah.
So of course the episode they showed up in is the one where Grimlock gets smart
And builds the fuck. What is Computron's component called?
the Technobots.
That was it.
Yes.
Wait, Grimlock built a combiner bot set?
Well, because Grimlock gets like made into a genius, which basically means he starts talking like Skyfire. And then decides to build a combiner and then also download his intelligence into Computron so that Computron can think.
Yes, he's like he builds a robot so smart that like it literally can't function unless he uploads his own super intelligence into it.
So basically he had to make himself dumb again in order for it to work.
Yeah, but I mean he wanted to be dumb anyway because he was like, it's not fun being smart. Another Dinobots
Because all
like
the other Dinobots just like to frolic and go for walks in nature. And because Grimlock was too smart for that now, they shunned him. It's basically Flowers for Algernon, but with Grimlock.
Well, oh no, it's like it's Flowers for Algernon. If like he's like, there was nothing wrong with being smart. He just wanted to be dumb again, as opposed to like, I'm smart, but only for a little while.
But yeah,
It's okay though.
there was a massive push for combiners after from like season 2 onwards because Devastator did so well, and also because combiners generally make a lot of money because it incentivizes kids to collect all the combiners.
Yeah. Because in order to get the cool robot, you need all 4, 5, or 6 of them.
Although actually, for anything that wasn't called Death, you could sort of cheat. You only had to get like because they all had like the same parts or same connection ports on like Bruticus and Menasor and Aerobot and Superion and like. Devastator was different because Devastator was made up of 6 robots
instead of 5. So he just have like, okay, there's the center guy and then there's the arms and legs, and they're interchangeable. All you need to do is
so you could like mix and match whatever.
Basically,
you want.
all you need to do is stick like one of the fists onto them, and basically there's the guy in the center who was the leader, and then all of them would turn into a vague limb component, and then you could either stick a foot or a fist on them, and then either plug them to where the arms or the legs were.
Yeah.
So, except with Devastator, like every single Constructicon turned into a specific part, and they couldn't be swapped.
So, but yeah, I feel like season 2 they had this massive push for combiners, and then
There's
kind
also
of
the episode where First Aid quit, and like Defensor had to work with only one arm because there's only 4 of them.
I mean, Defensor was like that was a combiner that was literally added in for like the last 2 episodes of season 2 because Hasbro was humming and ahhing about releasing the toy. It's the same story with Tigerhawk actually. Is that they'd already like planned to include the character. Hasbro said we're not going to release that toy, so don't bother. Meaning they had to scrap everything, and then sort of came back to the cartoons and was like, actually no, we are going to release the toy. Put them back in the show.
No, the thing with Tigerhawk was they were going to release a Beast Machines version of him, and then they were like, no, never mind, kill him. And that's why Tigerhawk was like showed up at the very end of Beast Wars, and then he immediately died. Because he was supposed to be carried over into the next show, but they were like, nah, never mind. We're not going to do that.
Instead, we got Nightwing. I forget what he's actually called.
Night Scream.
That was it. Who has the fucking emo hair as well.
Yes.
And then you're like, but where are all those other characters we like? Well, they're all fucking dead. Except for Waspinator, Rhinox, and Silverbolt, they survived. I like how Black.
That anyway.
Yeah, and then the Rhinox got killed again. Waspinator continues to exist though, but instead of being a generic action motorcycle guy.
Because that's clearly a genius toy design right there.
Well, that's the problem. Is the Beast Machine toys didn't fucking look like the show counterpart because they went like this completely weird route with the with the animal and robot forms. Like the techno-organic thing are fine, but it's more that there was like no actual way for Gorilla Primal to like transform into Robot Primal because they just did like a whole bunch of cheats.
They basically shapeshifted.
Yeah.
So it made the toys like just kind of
like,
suffer.
All the
because of that.
Viacon toys work fine because they were actual Transformers who had like actual transformation.
Oh god, we gotta keep Wheeljack safe while he fucks around with tech.
The worst one is probably Savage Noble, because like this is like generic werewolf-looking guy who transforms into Savage, which is a big fat red dragon thing.
Yes, literally, there's like he literally just transforms. Like his transformation sequence is like the dragon wings grow out of him, and then there's a flash of light, and the other guy is there.
And then he's this big fat dragon thing that's like no physical way he could turn into it, and then he's sort of like toy mechanical way, any way a toy could replicate properly.
And then it turns out
oh no, Wheeljack is leaking all over.
Then it turns out he was Megatron all along.
Yeah, so he was actually the organic part chunk of Megatron, or he was Megatron who'd been like turned into a fully organic Transformer, because Beast Machine's Megatron had like a hate boner for anything organic.
Yes, he decided
I'm leaking all over.
He decided he hated organics, but like he still had his organic mode from Beast Wars. Because he needed that to survive on the planet.
So then, like,
he couldn't transform. He couldn't like change his mode for some reason.
So after like he and Primal have a big fight at the end of season 1, where they almost destroy the entire planet because idiots. He then basically gets stuck in an organic form and hates it, and pretends to be a nice amnesiac guy to Night Scream, so that Night Scream will vouch for him until Megatron can upload his brain into a fully technological body, which turns out to just be a drone.
What?
Yeah, well, to be fair, Beast Machine Season 2 is probably the best. It starts to improve on a lot of things, but the damage is done by that point. But hey, it does end with Megatron uploading his brain into a copy of Optimus Primal's body, specifically his end of Beast Wars body, which, well, it's because it's like end of Beast Wars Primal is actually bullshit overpowered.
Let's be honest, it's because they were lazy at that point. They knew they were.
Yeah, they were all.
So they're like, let's just use the model from last show and like swap the heads,
swap faces, yeah. And
then he actually used it much better than Optimal Optimus did.
Well, that's because Optimal Optimus had to like forever be electrocuted or stop from doing anything, whereas Megatron could just be like, haha, I'm a tank now, haha, I'm a jet now, haha, I'm a robot now, haha, big lasers. And the entire episode is basically him beating the shit out of Primal. But then they both die.
Yeah, and then Optimus just tackles him into the core of the planet.
And they explode, and Cybertron is reformatted into this techno-organic hellscape, and that's the last we ever see of Cybertron in that continuity until we get into I don't think they've ever. We've never gone back to Beast Wars, yeah, or
Oh, here he is. He combined it.
Hey, it's Menasor.
Yep. Oh no, you beat Motor Master. Now see if you could beat me.
I mean, you've already beat. Have you already beaten Bruticus and?
I don't think Bruticus has appeared yet.
I mean,
but Devastator.
I mean, you've already beaten
was like
Devastator. Devastator is like, I think, meant to be strongest of the Combiners, except in their debut episodes, because obviously they're strongest then.
I'm gonna say no. I'm pretty sure he's the weakest. Like, he was losing to Bruticus because he was more advanced.
Yeah, but then Bruticus loses to Superion, and then.
Well, yeah, but it's like Devastator was weaker than Superion and Defensor and Menasor and Bruticus, who were all roughly on par with each other.
And then there was that one continuity where they had the
Except in the movie when there's when Devastator's the only one there and he's just like invincible, and everyone is like terrified of him.
And then there was that one time when the Dinobots could combine into the Beast.
When did that happen?
In the comics.
Oh, of course.
And it basically turned into a horrible monster that was literally invincible. That was more or less invincible and killed a whole bunch of people.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh, you lost. You did lose to Menasor.
Yeah, his second form is pretty hard. Devastator's actually kind of weak in this game, though he did kill me a few times with his drill hands.
At least he didn't kill you with his wrecking balls.
I got balls.
Let's count our blessings here.
You know, you're pretty fast for a big guy.
You're pretty big. Must have big guts.
Rip and tear!
Man, I have a friend who's really upset about Doom because he really liked Doom 1 and he really wants to like Doom Eternal, but like he doesn't want to give Bethesda any money.
I can understand
like the Ultimate Catch-22. But hey, he's playing Outer Worlds now, and he seems to be enjoying that. Oh,
yeah, I'm getting
that
right, soon.
Did we ever talk about the whole class warfare that happened with Fallout first?
Oh, I don't know if we talked about it in recording, but I do know
yeah,
about
well, basically all the people who did wind up purchasing that, $100 scam, then got bullied by all the people who didn't have it. So they
yeah, because Bethesda made the brilliant decision to put like a fucking token on every player who paid the $100 for it, So basically, everyone who did it was just like, haha, nerd.
And then one person was calling for all Fallout firsters to form a gated community.
Oh yeah, I did see that one. There was a couple of really funny posts.
I mean, normally we talk about the news, but like, there's nothing really interesting that's happening in the news this week.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a
That's all I
general.
gotta-
Oh,
I
maybe.
don't have time for long conversations today, anyway.
No worries. Hey, if you need to head off, you can just feel free to head off mid-recording.
Yeah.
I got about
I mean, it's gonna end
We won't
soon,
make fun of-
so.
5 to 10 more minutes before I should probably get going.
We won't make fun. Of you
I mean,
much.
it's gonna pretty much after I beat this fucking asshole is when it's gonna end.
I gotta go.
And this might take a bit because he's a
That's
pain
probably
in
the
the
most
ass.
disappointing thing about the Terry Direct, though, was that they didn't reveal who the 5th character is.
Of course not.
And now a friend of mine reckons it might be a Tekken character.
I heard a couple people
Well, because
thinking
the
that.
Akira from Virtua Fighter Mii costume came back, but the Heihachi one still hasn't appeared yet. But like, are they really going to put in another fighting game character? Especially...
In a fighting
Well,
game.
yeah, but I
don't
mean
know.
immediately after Terry, though.
Well, who else are they gonna put in? Their only
Oh,
other
right.
option is like someone from Three Houses, and they're like, we don't know who to use.
It could be any... I mean, it could be anything. Man.
Well, let's see here. The most popular Three Houses characters, according to the Japanese poll, are Dimitri and Bernadetta.
Well, it's not gonna be Bernadetta. It's gonna be
Yeah.
gonna be one of the main characters.
All right, I'm gonna return to the Ark and I'm gonna get some new weapons because my guns are not built for fighting this thing.
Although she was since I got my Switch, I finally started playing. She was the first character from outside of my house that I've managed to recruit. So I was like, yay! I saved you. Awesome.
What house? Which which one are you
I ended
doing?
up picking Dimitri's house because
Okay.
I was gonna go with Edelgard, but someone was like, you should wait. They're gonna update that in a patch in a couple weeks. So then
Yeah, there actually is a patch that's supposed to come out for that.
I was gonna go with Claus, but I looked at his house and I was like, I don't think I like any of these characters.
Claude's house is really
was like,
fun.
I'm-
Oh, Leone is really good. Like, I'm not saying that because, haha, short hair, redhead, haha. No, she actually is really good in the game. She has some of the best physical stats in
I
the
was
game.
like, Claude, you're pretty cool, but I don't know about the rest of your guys. So then I went with Dimitri because I don't know, he looked interesting.
You know, the funny thing is, Dimitri to me, I think when I looked, at least looking at him, is the most boring.
Yeah, but does,
I mean,
can
I know he looks boring, but I already know the twist with him because
I mean, I know the twist of them, but so far I'm just still kind of like, I still need to finish my Blue Lions run. But I'm just kind of like, okay.
he's like, let's be noble and save everyone. Good times for all.
Kill every last one of them.
Also, I'm insane. I like that the one guy's like, you don't understand. He's crazy. He's vicious. He's a wild beast. And you're like, no.
And he's
you're
right.
like, no, he's not. Look at this guy. He wouldn't hurt a fly. Oops.
well,
He was right.
Meanwhile, Felix is like, I told you.
I mean, how crazy is he?
Fairly. Not as crazy as other characters, but you know, he's there.
I mean, he's so crazy. He basically pulled a con on this one soldier, as in, like, he just like popped his head with his bare hands.
Is he like is
He
he like
did.
Bloody Shirley levels of crazy then?
No. I mean, he actually needs to be angered enough to be crazy. He's not just like, I'm gonna kill people because killing people is fun.
Ah,
It's only when he sees the specific object of his ire that he goes crazy. And like anyone who gets in his way of killing her is like, oh, you must die.
so he's like
Pretty much.
Kevin crazy then. Gotcha.
Yes. Well, it's like he throws his spear at like his target and he misses, and then one of their soldiers confronts him. He's like, now you have no weapons, and then he grabs his face, like crushes it.
He literally just breaks his head open with his
Yeah,
hand.
he's just like, he
Ah,
didn't even tell him he should have.
By the way, credit to the voice actor though for like the good sell on that fucking psycho laugh he did. Where he's just like, is this a
should have
joke?
just got Brian Fury to do the laugh.
Listen, Brian Fury can't be everywhere.
Yes,
and
he
can't
can.
really voice act
No,
any.
don't you say that. He can be anywhere. I just want like every crazy character to have have Brian Fury's laugh, regardless of age or gender.
You know, Iori has a good crazy laugh. You're sleeping on Iori from King of Fighters.
I'm not sleeping
dead.
on Yuri. Not maybe on.
Not Yori. I'm talking about Iori. You know, the redhead guy goes. That guy.
Is, but I know who.
It's like, I mean, just look how nice he looks.
Yeah, I've seen crazier. I mean, I don't know who this Iori is, but I do know who Mysterious Woman X is.
Don't forget, in time skip, Dimitri becomes punished Dimitri.
Yes. He lost an eye.
I was so close to killing this motherfucker, and then he just started unleashing hell on me.
Alright, I think I gotta bounce early, because I gotta get ready to go, so...
Bye.
Alright.
See you guys next time.
See ya.
Crush Menasor.
Jesus Christ. Menasor is actually a pain in the ass.
Menasor down, avenge me.
I guess you could say he's a menace. Or... Alright, now he's gone. We can talk shit about him. Though he normally talks shit to his face about,
You mean like how every time he forgets that when I'm describing something, I'm doing it because I know he can't see?
I mean...
I literally... It was a joke because I said it to his face just seconds ago.
But yes.
Shit, god damn it! Dodging his attacks is actually... the timing is really a pain in the ass. I was so close that one time, then I ran out of ammo. And then he just was like, well, now you're never going to hit me again.
Unlike you, I don't need ammunition for my fists.
Well, he's using a sword that shoots
For
lightning.
my sword. A sword is basically just a fist, but with sharp edges.
I mean, you can have a fist with sharp edges if you just get knuckle dusters.
Or just get knuckles.
Here I come! Rather than the rest of them! The best of them! Jesus Christ, I hit the dodge button too and everything. Oh my god! You cunt! Why am I transformed?
Because...
Wait, just kill me. Just kill me. Just do it. Thank you.
Just kill me.
I was so low on health, he just fucking, like, wrecked my shit.
Hey Dan, do you want to hear a joke that'll cheer you up? The economy.
What? That's not fun.
Yeah,
that's funny, but
I
not
was gonna
funny.
say, you're
haha.
saying it's not funny. Yeah, it is. It's...
Oh, it's time for tornado time again. Oh, I love it when you put me in the tornado, Menasor. Oh, please, do more of that, where I literally cannot dodge it, and I can't do anything about it.
I'm gonna refrain from making the obvious Team 4-star reference.
Oh, I love it when you just decide, oh, you have a new attack now, you can grab me now. Oh, that's fun. Any other new attacks you want to show me? God, I'm almost dead again. This is... Who designed this boss fight? SNK? Oh, good, another tornado.
Yeah, sorry,
thanks.
I was actually thinking of mentioning this as an SNK boss, but then I decided, yeah, let's not go there.
No, I already did. It's fine.
The real question.
Oh, you have another new attack.
The real
oh.
sad thing.
Oh, how kind of
Thing
you.
is we won't get Geese Howard in the game. In Smash Me.
Yeah. Ugh.
Poor Geese.
Fuck.
Had his son stolen from him.
Listen, listen, he's too busy getting kicked off of
No, he
roofs,
fell off
so,
the roof
you know.
trying to get the Smash invite, remember?
Oh, yeah. But that's kind of his hobby, is falling off roofs.
Well,
It's kind of his thing.
everyone needs something.
Listen, everyone's got their thing. Yeah, exactly. Ah, just an attack right away. Thanks, thanks, Menasor.
But no, it is worth.
Oh, you have a gun now. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. Anything else you're saving in your department of hell?
I mean, he has a really nice singing voice. Does that count?
Oh! Oh, okay, you just knocked me down to, like, 0 HP right away with like, one hit. Okay, cool. Fuck you, too. Cunt.
Just goes to show, kids, don't be a menace.
Oh, I love having this hold to skip that cutscene every time. Oh, you're doing a tornado again? Okay. Good. At least I was far away from you this time, so I didn't
I think my
caught in it.
sympathy for that is somewhat limited because she gets to skip that cutscene. Think back to me, like as a kid, dumb kid who didn't know what he was doing, fighting against certain bullshit Kingdom Hearts bosses and forever in basic bit Kingdom Hearts 1.
I mean, I got stuck on the Riku fight for a long time, the final one you did with him.
Yeah.
I was stuck on that
that's
for a
the
while.
annoying fight because the problem was I didn't pick the route that gives you guard early because Kingdom Hearts 1 decided to make it so skills are based on what decision game as opposed to just giving you arbitrary points.
Yeah, apparently I also picked a really hard one.
I picked the one which basically like, yeah, you don't get guard until like way late in the game. Because that entire fight is basically meant to be spam guard to block everything. And like since I've gone back and I thought I'll just take the route everyone else picks for this. And it's like, oh, I've got guard. Oh, it's not nearly as difficult now that I can guard everything.
I'm gonna try another character.
Were you still Grimlock?
I'm gonna try someone who's...
Okay,
yes.
Yeah, maybe someone who's built more like range.
Yeah, I'm gonna try Bumblebee. A range, let's see here, so who's more range?
I have a Bumblebee should be fine.
Alright, I'll go with Bumblebee. This is fucking irritating. Like, it's like, the game's difficulty was alright, and then just BAM!
Bam! I mean, some games just have that, unfortunately, where, like, one boss is obnoxiously difficult.
Yeah,
Probably,
and
like,
I hate it.
One of the worst sort of like, things I've had for a boss, like, in terms of difficulty jump, was, like, when I was playing Racing 2, because I played the fuck out of the game, but I wanted to get the S+ rankings. I think I've mentioned before about how, like, the game, I don't know if it's still the same, because it might have been changed, but so to get S+, you need to beat the A route in under 3.5 hours, and you need to make have 3 or less saves. So it's actually not that difficult once you know more or less where everything is.
Ah, yes.
Because
Oh, another new attack! Oh, good! I love this! I love he just makes attacks when he feels like it. Ooh, what's next one? Debug mode?
what's actually like really interesting about Resi 2 is the sheer amount of depth that goes into the game. So, like for instance, if you use a
Oh yeah, Resi 2's got a ton of shit in it, regardless of version you're playing.
What's actually really interesting is that in the remake, you can get a suppressor on your gun. You can get a suppressor on one of your guns, right? On like I think it's the submachine gun. But what's important about that is it won't trigger. Is that if you shoot, it doesn't trigger lickers unless you shoot them. So like, there is a use for a suppressor in that it does mean that you can shoot without lickers instantly getting alerted to your presence and going to kill you. But like, lickers if you don't know what you're doing with lickers, they can be run killers. But especially if you're going for like S+, where you've got limited time and limited saves, so. I prefer to save before every boss because like fighting Birkin is kind of a hit or miss, especially because I decided to be smart or to be dumb and go for a knife run for like Birkin 1, which doesn't quite work on PlayStation on like consoles because you can't just up frame rate to get infinite damage.
Oh yeah, because I forgot about that thing with the PC where the knife becomes OP because of the frame rate thing.
It's still like insanely good and basically mandatory for S+ runs, because having an infinite knife gives you like options to escape.
Oh, cool. I hate the tornado move, and because you can't dodge it unless you're like already far away. It comes out quick, so if you're up close, you don't see it coming, it just hits you, and then he can just like pull out his gun and get a free shot on you. Like, that's really fucking cheap.
Yeah. What I find most interesting is that everyone, even though, like, Claire A, Leon B is the canonical route, everyone still goes Leon A, Claire B now, still. But I prefer Leon B because Leon's, like, actually hard. Leon actually has a worse time than Claire does.
Wait, which one's the canon
Claire
one?
A, Leon B.
So the one that... Wait, which one's that?
Okay,
it's been
so
a while.
Claire A is the first route, which would be like... So Claire gets to the RPD first, and she basically does everything first.
Okay.
And Leon B is... Leon gets in just after Claire and has to sort of clean up, or get through the ransacked RPD. I mean, they follow basically the same route with minor differences.
Okay, well, I mean, it makes sense that he has less. He gets less shit because she's been picking everything.
Oh no, they
clean.
get the same amount of shit. It's more the difference in terms of what because they have unique equipment. They have like.
Oh yeah, because doesn't she get like a fucking rocket
they
launcher?
both can get rocket launchers. She gets a grenade launcher, and he gets the Magnum.
Oh, okay.
Also, Leon gets the shotgun.
By the way, I did finally fucking manage to beat him.
And Claire gets a... Oh, and also, Claire gets a spark gun, which is really only useful for like one enemy. And Leon gets a flamethrower, which is really only useful for one enemy. The primary difference is the B route has you harassed by X for the entire time you're in RPD, whereas the A route only has him for like the last half of the RPD segments.
Okay. Oh yeah, I watched after the next cutscene I'm gonna end, but I watched a stream where Vinny was like Vinesauce was playing a like a mod of like involving his shit, but the one thing that doesn't involve his shit that was great was the replacement for Mr. X's for the original like PS1 version of RE2. Nice. They replaced Mr. X with Rem Lazar, and it came complete with that fucking Higher song. You're like, it's like either there was like Rem Lazar. Someplace even higher.
Great RE2 mods. Like, there's one that just basically swaps out Claire's model with Regina from Dino Crisis and X with a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And it's like, wow.
Wasn't there a wasn't that like a cost? Oh, no, I forgot. Resident Evil 3 had that as a costume for Jill.
I mean, it makes sense. They have similar hairstyle and build. I wish we could have more of Dino Crisis because Dino Crisis 2 is the shit. No other game.
1 and 2 are really good games. There's no other
game will let you fight a T-Rex with a tank and then use a satellite laser to kill an even bigger T-Rex.
It's true. I mean, we got these like crazy fucking new Jurassic Park movies that make no goddamn sense. Why not just have a new Dino Crisis?
I do like Jurassic World 1 because it's so incredibly stupid that it's like that sort of. It's like every scene that goes on, it just gets more and more like, why would you do this? This is dumb. And then it just ends on a big dumb dinosaur fight. It's like, I'll take it. And then I didn't bother seeing World 2 because it's like, what's the fucking point? Like, after you've already had like Kingpin from Netflix Daredevil basically tell you that we want to weaponize raptors to send them to Afghanistan.
You've already reached peak.
What's the fucking point? Like, I did hypothesize with my friend that what they should do is for Jurassic World 2 just basically do the Dino Avengers and have like Alan Grant gets called back in and he has to work with the raptor and like then they just basically have this like tension because he doesn't trust raptors.
I know it should be the raptor. We should just pick and choose like various dinosaurs. Like obviously we gotta have that spitter dinosaur that killed Nedry. Like clearly,
I always forget he's called Nedry. I just always call him Newman.
Also, we do also the raptor. He can only say one thing in English, and it's Alan.
Alan! Alan!
Alan! Alan! I like how I was trying to reference the worst one, and you're just like, I'm just gonna reference that fucking commercial. Alan!
I mean, they're equal quality. No, nothing is ever gonna
that's
top
true.
my Jaws sequel idea, though.
You know what? Real quick, and then we'll end. What
It was basically the shark would actually be able to walk on land, but no one but Brody would be able to tell that it was a shark. Everyone else would just see him as a normal guy, and the shark would basically be trying to drive him insane. Drive Brody insane.
Oh wait, I think you did tell me this.
So
one
you
before.
just basically have like a truck drives by Brody, and like the window rolls down, and you just see a shark head, and like moves a flipper to point at its, black eyes, like a doll's eyes, and then point at him, and then just drive off.
At some point, it needs to whisper in his ear, "No one will believe you."
And then the shark runs for mayor and tries to open the beaches.
And that's his evil scheme to start eating
His
people.
plan is to keep the beaches open at summer. That's my... see? So that's so much better than anything else we ever got.
It's better than any of the other Jaws movie sequels.
Exactly.
It's so fucking off the rails that it's perfect. That's like I was saying, like with the fucking next Star Wars movie. I was like, if you gave me that with how bad the last one was, I would just go so fucking far off the rails at that point because it was so bad. Why not?
Republic.
Wait, you would just do that?
It's not
do those
hard.
as
Just do
movies?
KOTOR. Who cares? Like HK-47 does enough of that anyway. Just say wacky things, but murderous wacky things.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed us rambling, me getting mad at Menasor, and then Jaws. Have a good day.
Just call it Jaws election year.